On the DRTA, the direct part, you are forming questions based on the title, the chapter headings, the illustrations, and other explanatory materials. After you've asked your question for those sections, you'll go back and read your chapters section by section. And as you're reading the particular section, you're going to summarize what you have read with no opinions, no thoughts. It's a strict, succinct summary of that particular section. And I'll show you in just, well, I'll try to show you in just a second. And then the thinking part, that's where you put your opinions and you add your how it adds to your background information, and how you could potentially use that information. If we go back to an article from Module 3, I don't remember which one I did. Let's do Psychology of Reading this time. Maybe. There we go. Okay. So for example, if this is my chapter that I am reading for Module 4, I am going to turn this, because introduction, that's going to be very difficult to turn into a question. So my first question might be, what is the psychology of reading? My second question might be, what are the different writing systems? And my third question might be, what is orthographic depth and why is it important? My fourth question might be, what is phonological recoding during silent reading and why is it important? My fifth question might be, what are the methods for studying reading, or why are there different methods for studying reading, or which method for studying reading is most important? My next question might be, what is semantic interpretation and integration, and why is it important? What are the individual differences in reading ability, and why do those individual differences matter? What is dyslexia? Might be my next question. And then I've got a summary, so I don't need to form a question over summary. So that's my direct part. And I'm writing all of those questions down in a format that works for me. I know that for some of you, the link that I sent you for the DRTA, the one from Adlit, is not great. But you can put the D, the R, and the T all in one box if you would like. So my first question is, what is the psychology of reading? So I'm going back to that first question. I'm going to read this introduction. Okay, what is it? 1, 2, 3 paragraphs, basically. I'm going to read these 3 paragraphs, and I'm going to write a summary of what those paragraphs say. Not what I am implying, not what I think it means, not why it's important, a strict summary of what this is saying. For some of us, it might be easier to do it paragraph by paragraph and then synthesize those. So I might have 3 specific sentences, and then I'm going to work to put those sentences together to make a succinct summary of this section. Before I go on to my question 2 reading, I'm going to also do the thinking part for this section. So I've read it, I've summarized it. Now I'm going to think about what it is that I read and how it applies to the question. So what is it? So what is the psychology of reading? I'm going to, okay, from my reading, I gather that the psychology of reading is da 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 da. this informs my background information, or this adds to information that I already knew because X, Y, and Z. I can use this information in my classroom now or in the future in this way. These are some holes that I still have in my understanding, blah, 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 blah. So I've got 3 parts that I'm doing for each section. I'm turning the subheadings into questions. I'm reading section by section and writing a succinct summary with no opinions. And then I'm doing the thinking part, which is where I bring in my understanding, my inferences, my questions, and my thoughts. So you'll have a D, R, and T for each subheading in your chapter or article. Does that make sense? I deal with it. So this is a prediction chart for a DRTA. So this is the part of the book. So you'd put your page number. You would turn the subheading into a prediction, and then you would summarize, but there's no thinking part to that, which that's for first grade. So I think I I didn't show this to you last time, this morning. Here are differentiation strategies for struggling readers. You might differentiate it for yourself, even though you're not struggling. I'm not seeing a real template here, though. Here is a video that might help you. I don't know if you can. That's not a great template. The explanation is good, though. Let's see. Let's see if we can find one more. And don't forget, you can always create your own template to fit your needs. Let's just do just images. I noticed a couple of you had turned this assignment in already, and I noticed someone, I didn't grade them yet, but someone used Canva to create their own, which is fantastic. I love Canva. That's not what I was looking for. Get rid of some of these. Oh, earlier I showed you the Reading Rockets. I didn't show you the Reading Rockets site. I like Reading Rockets strategies because it tells you why to use something, how to use something, and when to use it. It explains each of the DRTAs in a different format. Here's another video that you can watch. Here is a DRTA template. That you would need to modify. So this would be your questions, this would be your summary, and then you'd need another column for your thinking. But that would be easy to modify. So that's DRTA. Like I said, if you need more time to submit that because I didn't show you the video this morning like I had intended to, please, that's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. If you have any more questions about DRTA, let me know. Text me, and I'll be happy to respond there.